Breaking news! Obama has beat the record for Minecraft speedrun. As we've learned from a new report, Dream is now stalking Obama's house. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Midnight Crisis. I'm Monkey.
And I'm Paper.
And I'm Kit. Was I supposed to say that?
You can do whatever.
Oh, and I'm Kit.
Just stop caring. If you're caring, stop.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Stop.
Oh, stop.
I'm sorry, Dad. Dad, I'm sorry. I just care too much. It's the opposite.
Yeah.
We like to reverse the roles here on this podcast.
So, how'd you say you wanted to start off?
Oh, well, so for listeners, I'm very bad at talking. If you've ever seen my stuff, you know how bad I am at talking. I just loop in the narcissism. It's easy. So I was writing down topic ideas, Paper. And so let me run down what I thought was the best things to talk about.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's bad. Number 1, vape tricks. So I just thought about things that were funny to me, and vape tricks is one of them, or one of, whatever. Vape trick. It funny. Anyways, so, like, it's just funny, the idea of, like, because I don't know if that's a real thing. I don't know if people can actually do that. Do you know what vape tricks are?
Vape tricks?
Yeah,
It's like where somebody...
Isn't there that one Vine where the guy's like, he's like doing it on a table?
Yeah! I can't believe you done this.
I thought it was Adam.
Yeah,
You've done this.
Adam!
The can't believe you done this guy got like haymakers.
Yeah. Dude, no, so vape tricks are just when you'll take a smack from that vape.
Uh-huh.
I was just thinking about that. So vape tricks are where you take a smack, a big ol' smackaroo, a big ol' smack on the lips from a
clarify that you don't do that.
I don't vape. Yeah, for like anybody listening to this, I don't vape.
Mm-hmm.
And I never will vape. That's something I don't care if people do it, but like it's just not for me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's where you take a hit of a vape.
Luigi's left leg.
Luigi's left leg. You should never explain that to them.
Yeah.
Never. So it's where you take a hit of a vape, and then when you blow out the smoke, you do like a trick with it, like it's like a ring or something. The one I've always known is from The Hobbit, where Gandalf.
Zoomer Hobbit and his sweet vape.
No.
Good old Gandalf and his sweet vape. Doing
No,
vape
obviously
tricks,
Gandalf did not have a
skateboarding.
vape, but Gandalf, he had his pipe.
Did he?
And
Did he?
Okay, so Gandalf had a vape. It was behind the scenes. Even though this movie was made like 50 years ago or something. But like he takes a big suck, and he takes a big suck, and then he like blows out like smoke rings and stuff. But I've always just found that funny, that like, because there's conventions people have of smoke tricks.
I remember seeing a clip of smoke tricks. So yeah, I got exactly what you're talking about.
And so I was thinking about it because I just find that amusing that people have. I mean, if people like it, whatever. But I'm just a satirical person. So
I remember every time that I see someone trying to do a trick like that, I just think way back in my childhood, there was this show called Puff the Magic Dragon.
Yo!
And
you peed that mic.
Sorry, I
You
sound
peed
like
that
Have
mic.
you seen that woman where she's like, slay, slay? That's what I'm gonna sound like.
God. So far, I'm looking at the audio. You peaked like
Yeah,
I can't
maybe
even
sit back
shoot.
a bit.
I'm gonna.
You might want to back up a little.
Or
Sorry
measure your
about
volume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
Just try to condense all the. You know.
Amen.
But in the like intro to that, like the good old theme, there's always that one part where it has to
Where
go
Puff
from, like...
takes a hit from his vape.
No, he like blows out a puff of smoke in like a ring fashion, and then it like shows the title card.
Yeah,
But that's
like that.
every single time. I just imagine that happening.
Puff he takes a puff. But yeah, I was just
Puff
like
the nicotine dragon.
Puff the nicotine dragon.
Smoked
Likes
every day.
concrete.
Oh, I thought
Whatever's in vaping. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna condone vaping, but I have personal things with it.
Uh-huh.
But anyways, I just imagine if I was I almost said a vapist.
that'd be like
If
against it, wouldn't it?
Yeah. If I was
An anti-vapist.
if I was a vape sucker, if I was a vape enjoyer,
Mm-hmm.
what would I do with it? What would be my trick, you know? And I for clarification, I'm Jewish. That's how you know the joke's gonna be good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Jewish.
Funny Jewish.
So I could funny. Thanks. I can make some really bad jokes, but I'll hold off. I can see Tyler sweating.
It was mostly
What's
because
that
I
one?
was like.
No,
playing with
I
my
said your
friends.
name. Anyways.
Oh,
Paper.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
It's early on. It takes some
Stop
getting
caring.
used to.
Don't you care?
I care too much. That's my
Stop.
problem. But no, what I would do is I'd make like a vape dreidel. You know?
Are you like-
you puff it out, starts going
Oh,
around.
no, do you make like a little cloud and the dreidel spins on the cloud?
Mhm.
And basically, like.
No, you know in Harry Potter. Have you ever watched Harry Potter?
I've watched one movie.
In one of the movies, they have this thing called a Patronus. And they shoot out this little, like, animal, and it, like, chases away the demons. Which I call Adderall. But, anyways, I just imagine my Patronus is like a dreidel. Anyways, I just wrote, no wonder the candy that you win in the dreidel game is called guilt. Take that as you will. Then I wrote, I was thinking of things that are popular lately.
Uh-huh.
And speedruns are very popular. So I wrote down some IRL speedruns for the folks at home to try. Speedrun into the White House.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people recently got that recorded.
Wasn't that 2020? Anyways.
Yeah.
Speedrun to your mom's house.
Mm-hmm.
Divorce speedrun. My personal speedrun, this is a true story. Speedrun to get hate crimed in the steakhouse. So dude, I walked in,
It's windy.
sorry, God was doing a vape trick. I am so sorry.
Okay, go, keep going.
No. So, one time I went into like this like steakhouse, the Longhorn Steakhouse. Is that?
Mhm.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I think it's called that, right?
Yeah, Longhorn Steak.
Very how do I put this? Very southern place.
Yeah.
And so I
It's
went
like
at
a lot
that
of old
time.
people are there.
Yeah, I went at that time of day, where like old people are getting their dinner because it's like the early bird special, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I walk in with my grandma, with my nails painted, my long dangly earrings, my Hawaiian shirt on, just like going in. And I just got so many looks. I made a game to see how many looks I would get. Like, what's that boy doing with his painted nails? So yeah, that was.
God damn
it. Yeah.
Also, the listeners don't know the dance that you just did when you said you walked into the house.
Let's not describe that.
You're not gonna describe it? My dad calls that dance the sexy Terexy.
I remember you telling me that in
Did
like
I?
4th grade.
Yeah. So the
In, like,
Terexy is
4th
just this.
grade.
The Terexy is just you hold your hands out like a,
Sexy T-Rexy, bro.
and then you swing it back and forth. Yeah. Join us, Tyler.
I remember this in 4th grade. This was before I knew you, Paper. Do the sexy T-Rexy.
Sexy T-Rexy.
No, you
Be
have to
sexy
you have to
and
let your
T-Rexy.
you have to let your wrists just like flow.
Yeah, just let your rest hang.
Oh,
like when
yeah.
I'm walking. Like how I walk, like that. And
My
then
stomach's too big for this.
no, it's too sexy, you're right. My last pinpoint before we get on to the normal conversation was... No, boys,
The boy.
you know how people have Hollywood crushes, right?
Yeah.
Excuse
I have something to
me?
admit, guys. I think on live... well, this isn't live, but on recording, I wish to say my Hollywood crush. I wrote down the words Hollywood crush Megamind. Take that as you will. That's literally my entire point.
Honestly, same.
I don't think that's very no.
What?
I don't think that's normal, right? He's a Hollywood star, so.
Oh yeah, and he's
Huh.
very
Yeah.
Yeah, very popular.
Incredibly. Very blue.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
Eat your heart out,
you know, but like,
Eat your heart out, Squidward.
wait, Megamind is Smurf?
No, wait, Megamind is handsome Squidward.
Yeah.
Wait, you got a point there.
Think about
They have
it.
like this. They have like similar head shape.
You
in a
don't
way.
understand my plans, minion. I love that movie so much. I grew up on it. That and Over the Hedge. I grew up on those two movies, man.
My mom and I we'd always go to like the back my mom and I would always go to like her store in the back where she had the little couch and a pull-out mattress.
Mhm.
I'd sit there when I work, and then we'd sit, and because it was our other place was too small. Because it was a really small place. So we went there, and it's super cold, so we liked it. And there's a little television, so she brought a bunch of discs over, and we played movies, and we went to bed with the movies playing.
Yeah.
And I used to always play Over the Hedge.
Yeah. Rockin' the suburbs.
Yeah.
Copyright.
We already said Longhorn Steakhouse.
I don't think we're gonna get copyrighted by Longhorn Steakhouse.
Not
I don't even
copyright.
think that's the name of the thing still. I still feel like
Probably
there's
it's not.
It's fine. There's
Yeah.
probably not a Longhorn Steakhouse.
They don't exist
They
at
don't
all.
exist at all.
To just pop up
There's
at our
no
front
such
door.
thing as Longhorn Steakhouse.
It's
You
not
just see
real.
two very big burly cowboy men just start walking up
Paper.
with sunglasses.
We heard he said something about us.
All right, I was gonna talk about this.
Dutch.
I was gonna
Dutch.
talk about this before. We were, Chris and I, we were joking, and we came up with this idea of like of a like Grubhub hub or something.
Grub.
It's very long how we got here. Just go with the ride, okay? Grubhub or one of those delivery services, but they only drive as long as you play Temple Run.
Yeah.
So if you mess up in Temple Run, the car crashes and somebody dies.
Let me wait. Should I go back a little bit? Cause I
Maybe
saw
go
he had a
back a
Mr. I saw he had a Mr. Beast burger bag, and I was like, "How did you get Mr. Beast burger?" And he's like, "I ordered it on an app," and I was like, "What app?" And he goes, Dash Door, and I was like,
DoorDash?
DoorDash? And he goes, "Yeah, sorry." I was like, "You made it Dash Door like it was like Temple Run," and so we imagined if you had to play Temple Run
To get your food
to
there.
get your food.
Yeah.
You continue.
So imagine you had ordered really far away from a different county. You have to play Temple Run for 30 minutes to make sure that your food gets there, and the driver doesn't die.
That just
Imagine you
seems-
fail Temple Run and you're like, "Dang it, I was so close," and a car just goes through your window. It's like
That would be so stressful.
Or somebody has somebody has some illness where their hands shake or something,
Mhm.
and so they can't get their food in on time, but they keep paying it and it just doesn't come in.
They're just starving. Like, I can't play Temple Run.
A family of 5 has died on the freeway this evening. Seems like somebody has failed Temple Run. We've interviewed the suspect. I looked away for 5 seconds. Bill Burr was on. He's doing his joke.
Bo Burnham?
And I said Bill Burr.
Have you watched the Bo Burnham special?
I did not.
Have you
I
watched the Bo?
Side note. Also, I'm
I
going
was
to.
just like
I'm going to.
later.
Have you ever seen Bill Burr?
No.
You have never watched Bill Burr?
I don't think so.
It's very interesting. He's funny, but sometimes you don't want to laugh.
Oh, so it's like serious kind of thing?
No, well, kind. I don't know. It's funny. He's funny though. Have you seen Bill Burr? Bill Burr?
No.
Tyler.
Okay, we gotta all watch a Bill Burr special together sometime.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Baby.
But I'm going to one of the shows. He's pretty popular. Where were we? Oh, right, people dying because you don't play Temple Run. So imagine there's a mafia. There's a mafia out there. He's like, you better pay. Can we watch what's happening? Can you elaborate, Chris?
Nope.
Okay,
No, we don't
so-
need to hear about
if
my
you don't know,
Homestuck days.
Chris-
The
Chris-
mic didn't pick that up, but I sure picked that up, and I really don't want to live anymore.
I picked
So
up your bull crap.
Chris walked over to Paper and whispered something in his ear.
And I don't need to go into my Undertale/Homestuck days, so we're not going to talk about it.
Okay, so we won't.
No.
Moving on. So imagine there's a mafia, and because if you fail at Temple Run and somebody dies, you're not accountable because you just failed the game, right? Unless you would be, then you
No,
you
you
would
wouldn't.
never order. But
Except those who are daring enough. Sorry about that.
so a mafia's you didn't pay your debt, bub. So they go on they start ordering a burger and they start bringing it to where they are and they're like, do you want me to get caught by the gorilla or do you want to pay up? And it's like please.
You want me to tell the Dawn about this? Or do you want to order some Grubhub?
So are there so in Temple Run, gorillas. So are there actual what's the scene here? Do you just control the car? Is how does
Temple
this?
Run's
How
like a
does
guy.
this? I know exactly
Oh,
what
yeah.
Temple Run is, but how does that translate into a car delivering food?
It's like an analogy.
Okay, so basically, the
It's
car
spell.
is... the driver of the car... I guess this is how it goes. the driver of the car like is driving fine as long as you like he's driving as he normally should as long as you're playing right. But then the minute you mess up, he gets a notification like you have to crash the car.
Dang it, not again.
Dang it. My life
May have to
insurance
turn-
is already
may have to
like
push.
negative, so I
What?
guess.
You have to I don't know if it's.
I'm sorry.
Why'd you say it like that?
Yeah, why did you say it
It's
like
a John Mulaney quote.
I know,
Oh,
but like
well.
you didn't say it the right way.
I'm sorry.
At this, oh, I should. Do you want me to talk about the club thing I was at? For like a week.
Camp?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
was
also,
confused.
so
by
I was thinking about that because there's one kid sounded exactly like John Mulaney.
Yeah.
Everybody brought it up. He was a ginger kid, but he sounded like John Mulaney.
the Ginger John Mulaney.
Um,
Mulaney.
so it was interesting. Each had like a teacher person, which you call an advisor. Our advisor lady was from Kenya.
A cult leader. Yeah. Kenya?
Kenya. Do you know where Kenya is?
But Kenya?
Say where Kenya is.
I
Or I will lose-
legitimately don't know.
It's
In
underneath.
Africa?
Yes, it's in Africa.
Yeah.
You at least said that.
I did.
You didn't know it was. I'm sorry.
Wait.
Chris just said he didn't know Kenya was in Africa.
Okay, hear me.
Not
guys,
only
hear
that
me
it was
out.
under Somalia.
Guys, if you want
Oh, you
me
didn't know that?
to talk about, I can talk about complex YouTube analytics for like 4 hours.
I don't think so.
You caught me. No, I'm kidding. Yes, I can.
Okay, yeah,
But-
you probably could.
Geography is literally, you can ask that trivia game.
No.
I
But
used to
this is
have-
about like
it's literally the
Kenya.
worst thing.
You've heard the word Kenya before.
But Kenya?
Okay, do you think Kenya? It's definitely not in Europe. It's definitely not in America.
The look you just gave me after the third time you said that joke. And Monkey did not acknowledge it. He
I-
just
still
stared
doesn't.
at me
I-
with hate
Something-
and suffering
my
in your eyes like you were
subconscious-
about to kill him.
My subconscious mind kind of zones out a lot of Chris's jokes.
That's fair. We've
So
been
what'd
doing
you
it
say?
for,
I'm
like,
sorry.
years now. No, it's too late. Too little, too late.
Okay.
The joke was... No, I'm kidding. Continue.
Okay. So she was from Kenya, and then but she was super nice. We went over to this. There was this like we were stuck in the building the whole time. We couldn't leave the hotel at Georgia Tech.
Mm.
But but one time we were able to walk out to the Barnes and Nobles, which is connected to a Starbucks. But
Oh, I
for some
love
reason,
Barnes and
everything in
Nobles.
Atlanta. I'll get to the other thing in a second. Everything in Atlanta is like card. You can't use cash.
Mhm.
Almost everything is you have to have card, which is really weird.
Okay.
But so at Starbucks I didn't have a card, so I just had cash. So she paid for me. I was gonna pay her back, and she refused to take the money. She was like
Aw.
those vending machines that you just like.
That's what you compare it to? This lady's being nice to you, and you're
I know.
like, she's a broken machine.
I was trying to pay her back, and she was like, "No, please take it." So, one of the last days, I slipped in an envelope and I gave it to her, and I ran away. And she started chasing me down the halls with the money in her hand. She's like, "Get back here!"
You guys are intense.
Yeah. Well, no, she was just very nice. A little too nice. And then, so basically, but she's so nice that she could make you feel guilty about trying to give her money.
Yeah.
So I was trying to say, like, here, please just take the money. And she said the question that I never thought in that kind of context.
What is it?
Why?
That's when you know you've met
That's
a
a
really
really-
sweet person.
That's a really good, like, that's like an Uno reverse card
That's
right
like a
there.
showstopper.
Okay,
right
imagine,
there.
like, you want to give me money back, and I say, why do you want me to give me money back? I'm being generous. What
That's
do you say?
like- That is a full counter.
Because
I
of
don't
my
care
guilt complex.
what-
That's me most of the time.
That is just a full-on deflect right there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is a light parry for honor style right there.
Yeah. So I couldn't pay her back. And then there was this one guy at the bar who gave me sodas for free because he had, like, and you come he, like,
Because they
left
were
at 9.
spiked with cocaine. Anyways.
Yes, he would give it to me for free because I had cocaine in it.
Oh, yeah.
But he gave me Coca-Colas, but he filled up my the cup. But I tried to pay him, and he also wouldn't take it.
Yeah.
So I just couldn't spend any money that day. Couldn't spend any money.
Oh
Sadly.
no!
Oh, no.
I couldn't spend my money.
Everything's
kidding.
falling onto my lap.
First world problems,
no.
am I right?
No, I just no. I really wanted to pay him back though because they were
No, I
nice
get
and I just wouldn't take it.
Yeah, no,
But
I get it.
apparently in Atlanta, because that's where Coca-Cola is made in Atlanta,
Oh yeah, you told me.
I did not know.
there is no Pepsi.
It's like
It's
forbidden.
all Coca-Cola. I'm pretty certain that there's like a Coca-Cola mafia, and they actually own every single. You could go to any building and look at the door to open it, and on there would be a Coca-Cola ad. There'd be some guy drinking Coca-Cola. And
Wow.
like a little picture.
Is that just
Yeah.
the land of Coca-Cola? I just
There was this
imagine that
one-
that's the main
there was-
stronghold of the
yeah,
Coca-Cola.
there was- yeah,
where it all
kingdom.
comes from.
They
it's where
have
it's
they have
birthed.
Coca-Cola World, which is like this kind of amusement park. They're not really an amusement park, but it's like a little area you can go in. I
Willy
went-
Wonka.
I went in there with my family on the day after
Mhm.
the event, and it was actually pretty disappointing. The one thing was just like this soda tasting area, which had 5 different sodas, all from different parts of the world, and the Italy one was called Beverage.
Was it? Wait, it was
From-
just called.
maybe I
beverage?
glanced over it, but I think it was just called Beverage.
What's in
and
the
I
beverage?
tasted it, and
Liquid.
it tasted like it was. You know what trash tastes like?
Wow.
Squeeze
Wow.
that down, get all the trash juice,
Ew.
and then mix it up with some oranges and some citrus. That's what you had.
My God.
The Japanese one wasn't that bad though. Either way, that was a major disappointment. So then I had to wait in line for the freestyle lane, as they called it. Freestyle.
What?
And they called it freestyle. Like, you want to go freestyle with your drinking soda experience? It was just, you get a little cup and you could keep refilling it, but you couldn't you couldn't fill up a huge cup and bring it out of the building. You had to stay in the freestyle for as long as you wanted to fill it up. So, I was dying in the line because I needed my Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
I was scratching myself. Well, not specifically Coca-Cola, but I just needed a drink that didn't taste like trash water. So,
Yeah.
I was shaking, and I was near the end. I was like pulling my hair out, and the guy who was waiting at the line to make sure people don't rush in, he was like, "Are you good?" But we.
Sorry, I just had to cut out screams.
What's good about the lo-fi is sometimes you think the screams are part of it when you hear it in the background. Yeah. In our first one, you couldn't hear the scream in the background. There was a lady in the background, and you could hear it if you knew what you're looking for. You probably went
Okay,
past it.
that makes sense. I didn't hear it, so I guess it drowned it out. But
Or
like,
unless you didn't get to the end. I don't think it was near the end though.
but the fact that I just didn't like how you originally phrased it. Yeah, we can dream. We often have screams and we can drown them out. And it's great when they mix into the lo-fi. It just feels good.
Makes it easier to harvest blood for pens.
It does. It really does.
Aren't you paper?
Yes. What do you think? Do you think this red ink is store bought?
Do you think this is red ink? I don't. Sorry, I keep going off random tangents. I should stop talking about myself.
We're gonna have to cut most of that out. But I just
Yeah.
stared at paper for like
Yeah.
5 minutes.
I was
He looked really uncomfortable.
I can stop
Just
if
like-
you
I
want.
was
We can
waiting
move
for Monkey to like continue with his segment.
on. Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
want
no, no,
I didn't want to
keep going, keep
I didn't
going.
want to keep talking about myself.
No, keep going, keep going.
Okay,
We're in.
Monkey, you talk about yourself here, and you cannot feel bad about
What
it.
did you just
Okay.
tell me? Are you caring right now? You're not supposed to care.
Oh no!
You just told me that.
Yeah, I'm dead.
become
I'm gonna
the
get killed.
Padawan.
I'm gonna get killed by the Coca-Cola mafia.
About time.
But the thing was kind of disappointing. And then we went into. We got my sodas for the day. I was good. I drank a lot.
Yeah.
I was.
You were soda
I
drunk.
was. There was soda all down my lips and stuff. I was
You look like
dying.
you
the
had
whole day.
rabies.
Because they make you sit through this ad of just soda, Coca-Cola washing around,
That's rude.
and then hear the bubbling sounds, and then they play this movie that says it's a bunch of happy moments around the world, and people doing like happy and fun things.
That's a cult.
There was this one guy. There was this one scene. It was like it played. I think it was one of those. What was that one song? Imagine Dragons. That was that band. They had that
Yeah.
one song. It was I think it was them. I don't know, but it was that song. It felt all poppy and you felt happy, but the people kept cutting different things. Like these one guys who were trying to make a basketball from the top of a hotel to a floating like thing.
Yeah.
It was all staged, but
Yeah.
and there was except for this one scene where it it was this veteran who came, or not veteran. It was this guy who's in war who came back to see his family at a stadium, and they surprised them. And there was this, at the very end, there was like, and the beat dropped or whatever, and it started getting intense. And at that moment, and they said it showed the picture, and the whole family like jumped on him because they didn't see him in years and something. And the guy in front of me started clapping. It was America.
America,
Oh, I love
America.
At first I thought you were gonna go, and so he comes home after fighting in Nam for 40 years, and we gave him a Coca-Cola. Then we sent him back out.
No, they practically did, because all the other things ended with them drinking Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
They all, except for that one, because that wasn't staged.
That reminds me of like white people clapping when a plane lands. That's what that reminds me of.
But
That's the kind of guy who would have been in the steakhouse.
Yeah, but it was
I'm so sorry. That's probably rude. I don't mean to be rude. I'm kidding.
What was I gonna say? Oh, so they said at the very end they said Coke is blah blah blah. Coke is blah blah blah. Showed all these pictures of people smiling. They said Coke is happiness.
Oh my gosh.
And then it cut to another scene of swirling Coca-Cola. They drop you out into the great world of Coca-Cola with Coca-Cola girl who's taking pictures with a bunch of kids in the middle of the area.
Coca-Cola girl?
Yeah, you've not met Coca-Cola girl?
No. Should I look this up?
I'm not sure if it'll pop up right. No, don't look it up.
Yeah, maybe that won't pop up, right?
I don't think she's called Coca-Cola girl. She just has like this orange hair. I did like the color of her hair. I wish I had that orange hair. That was good hair.
Imagine Harrison shows up with like blue hair one day.
It was like orange and red. I would like that hair. Like, it wouldn't go with me, but I'd like that.
I would be so perplexed if Harrison, if I ever
couldn't-
saw you with dyed hair, I think I would have just died. Like, I think I would just be in the afterlife.
Yeah, for
No, it wouldn't go well with me, but I like I did like the hair, but so I would wear it if I could.
For
But,
context for people, for what Monkey looks like, I won't describe you, but like, I don't mean this in a rude way, but if you were to get your picture I have like my yearbook from kindergarten or from third grade.
I think I
if
know
you
where
were
you
to
go
get
with
your
this, yeah.
third grade picture and put it in Photoshop, grab the corner and make it an inch bigger, you would have what you look like now.
yeah, basically.
I'm being honest.
No, it's
Not
true.
a bad
I don't. This doesn't change the whole time.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it's immortal.
but
That
you
makes
go out
sense.
into this world and you're dying for Coca-Cola, and you go, and then they say on the third floor. No, everybody would be dying for
Oh,
Coca-Cola.
yeah, you're right,
There's
you're right.
not a single vending machine. None of the things. Just all the other things are just like different smells of Coca-Cola and stuff.
Harrison, that's how you start a cult.
And then if they say the third floor is the taste test. You go to the third floor, you go into the line, you see two things. You see freestyle and you see taste test. And you're like, I don't know what the hell freestyle is. And in description it says, very elite group doesn't include, is very selective or something. Which just means that like only so many people can go in there at once.
Yeah.
But it made it sound like they have like
elite Coke.
it made it sound like you need like a pass or something.
It's the Coca-Cola that still has cocaine in it.
We got a way back machine, guys. Who wants to go to the 60s?
So you go in, so you're like, okay, I guess I'll go into the taste test lane. I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it has Coca-Cola and stuff. You go in there.
I think it would in Coke.
And then you're like, only 5 drinks from different parts of the world. They all taste awful. And you're like, what is beverage? and you have the will. You have the hope still left in you that this place is going to be worth your money. So you put your cup under, you push it, you see this yellow syrup pour into your cup. It bubbles. The bubbles take up half of the cup.
I
More
think it's
than
called
half the cup.
beer.
You take a drink of it, you sip it, and you realize you have just drank the mixture of everything ever in a mixture.
Dude, what was it? It's when you say beverage, it sounds like that like 80s action movie stereotype of Russian people. Where it'd be like, what's in the drink? Beverage. What are the ingredients? Beverage.
But I would have paid $5 for a normal Coca-Cola. Because after we got out, I'll tell you this in a second. I would have paid $5 for a Coca-Cola. That's how the strive I was hungry, and they don't market off that. You know, Coca-Cola's usually $1, but I was up to the point near the end of in the line because the line took so long because only so many people could go in. That I would have paid $10. I mean, I'm an addict, but still.
Wait, think about this though. Maybe it's done even more, because you're still talking about this now.
If I was still there and I couldn't get freestyle.
But if you would have gotten that drink, it would have been over. But it's still affecting you now.
Oh no, just because I thought it was funny at the time that I would have paid $10 or $7 for like a... Okay, anyway, so after that we got out and we went into what I could best call... Have you ever seen Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Partially.
Okay, imagine Doctor Who, but he doesn't go into space, he's on Earth.
Uh-huh.
And he was advertised by Coca-Cola.
What?
It's basically
Doctor
Doctor Who Coca-Cola propaganda.
Is the TARDIS just a vending machine with Coca-Cola on the front?
No, yeah, basically. that was their transportation device.
How did you know?
So basically, it went in the beginning, and there was all this like floating citrus turned into like these floating bombs, and you had the sidekick, who was like, she's a little clumsy. Right, and he was like the nerd guy, and all these citrus, like limes and oranges, were flying around with spikes, about to kill people. And he was like, I know how to fix this. And he pointed his laser at the giant Coca-Cola bottle that was bubbling in the middle of his laboratory. And he said, and he started bubbling it, and all the citrus died out. And he said, and he looked at the screen and said, Coca-Cola. Sorry, wait a second. I got a whole straight face with it. Wait. Coca-Cola is the only... I think this is obviously... Coca-Cola is the only great beverage that mixes the perfect amount of carbonation, syrup, and long-lasting taste to make sure that you...
We want monkey.
that you always... I don't know, it's something about like you being happy with the drink or something. I don't remember exactly. It was basically just like you were talking directly to the screen about it.
Why don't they air this normally?
Dude, I would love to see this.
I would love
Harrison,
to
I
see
legit think that you just passed out at this camp. And this is a fever dream. Also,
wait. Oh, can you continue? What you gonna say?
Also, just for a little context for fans, you can always tell when Monkey is losing his mind because his hair just puffs up slowly.
Oh, because I usually
great.
run my...
Yeah, because he like runs his hair and it just puffs up slowly. It's great.
It just slowly unfurled.
Yeah.
So, and then they have... I wanted to say it this way, but if not, I don't usually say stuff like that. Then they have the
what? What were you gonna say?
You know what? It doesn't matter. Then they have the balls.
That would have been a joke I would have made.
So then they have the balls to go even further with it, to say, okay, you heard that we just said that Coca-Cola was the only taste, but what's the secret ingredient of Coca-Cola?
Don't say it's happiness.
Oh no!
No, there's 3 parts.
Oh
you got one of the
Paper
money.
spoilers.
No, you got one. You got the 3rd one. Now I want you to guess the other 2.
The other 2?
The other things that are the key.
Actual cocaine.
Did not say.
Propaganda.
Are they actual ingredients or
Are they like
unleashed?
grandmothers were like love?
No, one of the thing was great taste.
Great
Is one of them love?
No.
Great taste, lasting flavor.
Actually, I think that might be close.
Oh god.
I think no. Isn't great taste like one of their slogans?
Something. Yeah. No, I think it was great taste. I forget the one, but I'll just look for the other because I remember that.
All right. I don't.
Guess what the secret ingredient is?
It's.
You want me to say?
Say it. Say it.
Worldwide, marketing. They're able to reach the entire world. They say that's their secret ingredient. Part of it.
Their secret ingredient is that they have everyone in the palm of their hand.
So after the citrus, I'm gonna go through the whole thing. After the citrus flew around and it died out, they were like, we need to figure out the secret ingredient because they haven't figured it out yet. So they went to this Coca-Cola vending machine, and they said, we're gonna. I was like, how are we gonna get? The assistant said, how are we gonna get there? We're gonna take the can. Don't you mean the cab? No, I mean the can.
Oh, I hate it here.
I know. You hate it here or you hate that?
No, I mean, like the meme. I hate it.
Okay, so so they go into this Coca-Cola machine. They open it up and they jump in like a TARDIS, and then it starts to explode. And the guy goes, "Whoa, what's this?" And it shows the soda going through the factory, and just saying, "Oh wait, no, I remember what it is. It's
That guy starts clapping again.
No, it's I think it was mass production. That was the one of the thing, because like easy production, because it showed how like all the sodas were made fast and packaged quick and stuff and sent out. And then the girl, after that happened, there was this horrible green screen, and she was like, "I think I figured it out. I think I know the secret. I'm gonna head back. You should follow me." And she's like, "No, I gotta keep going deeper. I need to know all the secrets of Coca-Cola." Okay, so let's move on to the next chapter. Hey,
You got me hooked.
Yeah, I know. I want to know. Just like how Coca-Cola has.
So
a
he went
monkey hook.
he went back in the can. He went back in the can, and I don't actually like Coca-Cola that much. I think Pepsi tastes better.
Sorry.
No, it just does. The syrup's better.
No,
Coca-Cola's-
it's fine. It's fine. Whatever.
So he where was I? I'm sorry. So he jumps around and he showed different parts of the world and how Coca-Cola was given to everybody. He showed like, I think it was East Asia somewhere, how this guy was going through like the streets of the city with a Coca-Cola bike. There was like cans of Coca-Cola. He dropped off, and they were playing happy music in the background, like it was good that they were hiring this guy to bring Coca-Cola here. And then they showed another picture of this guy, I think it was somewhere in Africa. He was going down a big river. It was this Coca-Cola brand boat with a bunch of Coca-Cola bottles, who was rowing down the river and dropped off in one of these river cities. Or it wasn't really a city, it was like a little town with a market. And he sold his Coca-Cola there. Because Coca-Cola pays extra money. They actually sell at a loss to bring Coca-Cola to these places. Right? And they say it's like a whole big, like, oh, we're being so nice, we're bringing Coca-Cola to a lot of people. No, that's not how that works.
Yeah, it's just world domination.
The idea, I think that, in my theory, is that they're trying to get places hooked before they become more developed. So by the time they become more developed and big chains pop up there, they're already addicted to Coca-Cola. It's like that's their family name.
That could make sense.
I think that would be it.
Coca-Cola theories coming out of Monkey tonight, eh?
Yeah. Coca-Cola.
The more-
It was straight out Coca-Cola propaganda. I was sitting there with my dad, and when he said the thing about like the Coca-Cola has this best great taste, I died laughing. And I was just leaning on my dad, and he was looking at me like, "What's the matter?" And this other guy was looking over at me like, "What is?" But and then he flew around the world. He's like, and there was a voiceover of him, and he's going, "Whoa! Coca-Cola delivers to all these places?"
Gosh.
Oh.
And he dropped off, and he came. I figured out what it was, the last great taste, and she cut him off. He says, and she said, "Worldwide accessibility." Yes, I've already figured it out, you idiot. He didn't say idiot, but like, and then also, oh, side note, he had a pet ferret, and they had this like weird dynamic that they built in like it was a television show.
What?
With the assistant, where the assistant called the ferret a weasel, and he'd always say, "No, it's a ferret." Like that's a thing that would happen every episode.
Tension.
Yeah, that they said it like it was a little like fun dynamic, but they used it twice. You're supposed to expect that's a dynamic, I guess.
I guess.
And he came back and he said, "Oh no, I remember what the last secret ingredient is."
Oh no.
I remember it. Oh my god. Oh my god, I remember it. Okay.
No.
He said, "But what's the? I know what the last. The second one was worldwide. The first one was great taste. The second one was worldwide accessibility. Third one. You ready for this? You're gonna have your minds.
What was it? What?
He looked at the camera and he said, "You." No! Chris is leaving.
I hate that. That's terrifying.
And we left, and you know what we saw? We saw the line towards the taste testing area went all the way around the building. Imagine if we waited a little bit longer to go on. We wait in the line the whole time. We go to taste testing area. Because we don't know what freestyle is. We're like, okay, we might as well go to taste testing area.
Mm-hmm.
We get there, and we taste the beverage. And we feel, I'm going to say, a little less than disappointed.
How rich and bored are people to wait in line for 4 hours for Coca-Cola Land?
I don't know. It was so dumb. We went to Scentland, and there was like, we're not putting our nose up to those things. So we just left.
No.
Then we went to an area where it talked about like the history of Coca-Cola and stuff. Then we went to the Vault, which is like it showed you the history, and it showed Coca-Cola was first made at this pharmacy, right? Just wait, and basically you'd walk through, and the whole idea is that.
We're sorry, paper.
Can you hold this up? I want to get
I'm
this.
sorry, continue.
I don't want to waste all our time on me talking about Coca-Cola Land. But you'd walk through this area, and the whole idea is that you're gonna find the secret of Coca-Cola, the secret ingredient. And you're walking around, and it's saying it was made at this time by this guy, and it was bought out here and stuff, right? And you get to this hallway. It's all dark, and you hear whispers that say, "You're so close to the secret." Wait, I gotta get closer to this. You're so close to the secret.
That is horrifying.
Yeah, and then you're getting closer and closer, and you're about to get to the secret. Like, I knew they were gonna do some cop out.
Yeah,
right?
probably.
And then it says you're getting closer and closer to the secret, and then there's the exit. They don't even do a cop out like, oh wait, you're not allowed to see it. They just throw you right out.
I'm so done. I'm so done.
Well, I mean, technically the secret is you, so you were close to it all the time, but...
No.
That's
The
just
secret
so-
was within us
all along, in our arteries and in our heart.
Merry
Literally.
Christmas,
Charlie
The scary thing is, I think that kind of would count as a secret ingredient that would make it popular, because, you know, have you ever seen like the Coca-Cola? Okay, the Coca-Cola. Don't say stuff, because then I can't edit it as easily. So the Coca-Cola versus like a Pepsi test, where like you get 2 cups, and people would always choose Pepsi as tasting better, right? So. But the reason people still bought Coca-Cola is because they were used to it. They liked it more, right? Because they're just used to it. So that's kind of why they're popular, because people just like it.
Addiction.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say
Or
addiction.
more habit
It's more
building.
like brand, habit
brand.
building or brand closeness. Okay, I just burned out my voice. You guys can talk for a while.
Alright.
Do you want to do something?
I don't think I even have anything after that beautiful spiel Monkey delivered to us.
Let me think. I have something. I learned today.
Oh, go ahead.
How serious can we get?
Oh, we can go as serious as we want.
Oh yeah, usually.
I should probably move
time,
it,
Did
yeah.
you not get the part about death?
We don't have to go into that part right now.
I don't
That
think
was
I got
episode 1.
You didn't get there.
Or the episode
No, I don't think
we're
I
not
got to
gonna
death.
Oh.
because it's stuffed as hell.
You didn't hear the part about grieving and stuff.
No, I didn't. Now I
Wow.
have to.
You
I'm
didn't get
gonna
that part.
cry when I
That's
get
when
home.
we get super serious.
No, yeah, that's when you have to sit through it, because we basically start with stuff. Sometimes we go
Yeah.
full funny.
We start with the funny, and then it gradually goes
Usually
down
when
to
we do
serious.
stuff by ourselves, we
Yeah,
do that.
it
But
gets
when
a
we
lot.
have friends, we but
Yeah.
you go serious. Do whatever.
Well, I don't know if it's gonna be serious to everyone, but it's serious to me,
Go ahead,
and
man.
you'll probably find
Me
it
too.
serious, and you'll probably find it serious.
You have like a 30%.
But just like you know how there's always that like going around rumor of how like scuffed the music industry is.
Scuffed? What's that mean?
Just how messed up it is. Just how messed up.
it is. Yeah.
Either how dirty
In what
it is or just
specific
everything.
way? I'm just curious.
The way I'm talking about is Spotify is really messed up.
Is it really?
Yeah. So
They don't credit people or pay them.
kinda. So
Wow.
what they do is they make a lot of their money. They make their money off a few ways, but let's say one way they make it is ad revenue. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
They make it off ad revenue. And so let's say in America they make like a picture like a pie chart. They make this much ad revenue. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Spotify takes their 30% cut of it, no matter what.
Uh-huh.
I mean, ad revenue. I thought it was. There's no ads on Spotify.
Yeah, there is.
Oh wait, do you mean free version or like?
Yeah,
For
free.
the free version,
Free
Oh.
Spotify.
which a lot of people use.
Yeah.
So, they take their 30% cut no matter what it is, and then what they do is they cut up all the rest of it, depending on how popular the artist is,
Ah.
which already seems a little screwy. Yeah, I feel like whatever you listen to, your money should go to.
Like how many times that specific song is listened to, or just the artist itself?
How many times their songs are listened to? How many listens they collectively got that month or that year or something like that?
The artist in total?
Yeah, the artist.
So what's
their artist in that time period?
Okay, yeah.
So
what's the issue?
So the issue is, though, if it's solely off of views, or not views, listens, it often can get really scuffed, and Spotify does not care whatsoever. Do you know what a phone farm is?
No.
I just learned about this today, actually. There are people who have walls and walls of phones.
Oh yeah, I think I know.
And what
those,
those phones do is they can do a lot of different things, but one thing they'll do is, say for example, someone makes a fake Spotify account for themselves, and they release like a song, you know, and so all of those phones will be playing that song, and so they'll get more listens and they'll get money. So there's stuff like that happening. And there's stuff like what people will do is they'll pay for bots to listen to their songs. So what people will do is their accounts will get hacked. And so people will be like, hey, I was trying to listen to a song, and then all of a sudden this Justin Bieber song my song will keep getting skipped and Justin Bieber will play.
You mean like Justin Bieber's paying for the bots to do it? Or like...
We'll get to that. So
I think I heard that scandal before. It wasn't about like... I think I saw a Danny Gonzalez video.
Oh,
about, like,
it goes as far
thing.
as like Kanye West and Michael Jackson doing it.
Michael Jackson.
I'll get there.
Wait, Michael Jackson's dead.
Yeah, but the people who own his
Oh,
music
okay,
now.
yeah. Okay, I was gonna say like I don't think you took it from like.
But we'll go into that.
Stitch. Michael Jackson. Stitch.
We can't explain that. We can't explain that on a podcast.
That's already two things we're not explaining.
Yeah, we can't explain it.
Oh yeah, I remember. God
Yeah,
damn it.
remember?
I can't believe
Stitch
I
is
didn't remember.
doing it.
Yeah, it's
Freaking
Stitch.
Stitch.
God damn Stitch.
But no, like, people will get hacked and they'll use those fake accounts and just play like all the song, and like, it's gotten to a point where like, it's like, with Apple Music though, that doesn't happen. Like one reason they usually find out that an artist is cheating is because Apple Music, their plays will be low, but on Spotify it's skyrocketing. If a song is getting popular, it'll probably both be even. Not even, I'd say, but like both will be at least going up,
So
right?
why does that not have an issue? Does Apple Music not give ad revenue?
No, here's the thing. They do, but the problem is that Apple has two-factor authentication on their accounts. When you log in, you often have to get a text message or something like that. Spotify doesn't have that, and they won't.
Well, because they don't own the software that they're putting the thing on.
No, it's not the artist. It's the people who own Spotify.
No, I'm saying like they couldn't do that because Apple Music is part of the iPhone. Right?
No, you can have two-factor authentication. I have that for like Mint,
really?
my banking app.
Oh,
I
okay.
have that for that. Sorry. But Spotify, people have suggested it, like, hey, put two-factor authentications on my account, it doesn't keep getting hacked, and they just said, we'll think about it, and then the guy who owns Spotify, I forget what his name is, there have been interviews where people bring this up to him, and he just says like the jerkiest things, like he just goes, well, if you really are getting into the music industry just to make money, maybe this isn't for you. People are trying to support their families and support their dreams and stuff like that. And yet he's just but he's acting like that, and he doesn't care because Spotify will always get their 30% cut. And if anything, the more views they'll get, the more ad revenue they'll get, so the more money they'll get.
So wait,
so it
you're
actually
saying that
helps them in the long run.
Spotify wants, I'm a bit confused. So I get the part where Spotify will get the cut, right?
Yeah.
But what do you mean people are trying to pay for their families on Spotify?
Like, I mean, artists who make money off Spotify are getting cheated out of money.
Oh, you mean
They're
like
getting
popular artists?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or even small artists. Because popular artists, Justin Bieber, if he takes a small dent in his wallet, it's not going to make a difference.
But like
He's a
smaller
billionaire.
artists,
Smaller artists,
how do
they're
they
like,
get robbed of their money?
because think about it, it's a pie chart. So when their thing goes up, it gets taken away.
Oh, because like the people that are hacked are now listening to music that aren't the small artists.
Well, it could also take away from that, but also it's still feeding unfairly into the pie chart of stuff people aren't actually listening
right.
to.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
taking
yeah.
away from
I get it.
everyone, technically, but that'll affect smaller artists the most.
Yeah.
And just like there's also some other shady things with that. Like I said, Spotify, you know those Spotify official playlists they have? So like it'll be like Spotify's official rainy day playlist, you know? If you go through those, so many of those songs that they put on those lists have been proven to be fake accounts. So there's stuff of like, and all of them, I think it was either Turkish or, I watched it this morning and I'm tired now. So like people fact check this, please, before you go just like spreading information. But I think it was Swedish. They're a Swedish company, Spotify, originally. And so all of those places are all of those artists, those fake artists are said to be Swedish. And so Spotify themselves have claimed that they don't encourage...
Like, do you mean fake artists, like artists were downloading the music and re-uploading it and then putting it
artists
on
who are like using those bots, or
So
artists who
basically,
are
it
the
was
same
like-
person but they're uploading it to several things or stuff like that.
Wait, so you mean like, are they downloading the music and then re-uploading it and acting like it's not...
No, what it is they from what I understood, because I'm also, like I said, tired. Spotify, like, they have like other companies that have like stocks or like parent companies, stuff like that, and those parent companies will like it's like getting my gosh, I don't want to say anything incorrect. I'm trying to remember. They like get like I honestly don't want to say anything because I don't have enough information right in front of me. But it's like there's a lot of shady things going on with it. And like I was saying, like the Michael Jackson stuff, there was this YouTube channel. I think it might have been a record company too. Vivo.
That is familiar.
Beyonce was under it. Michael Jackson was under it. It doesn't mean that was their main record company, but like their music videos would be uploaded.
Yeah.
There was this purge a little recently, of YouTube where they purged a bunch of views that they think are fake.
Mm-hmm.
And like it took so many out of like popular artists. With like, of course, like you have to account for like probably harshly about 25% of those views are real. But it was like thousands of views.
Jeez.
So even if you take away that 25%, there's the whole music industry is just
It's weird.
messed up.
It's
Yeah.
like
It's
Yeah.
just people being used. That guy, he was like, if you got into the music industry for money, then you shouldn't do it. I feel like there's a base value in that.
I feel like
You should do a job that you enjoy.
I feel like it comes
But-
from... Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, you can go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, but a lot of artists like look at like Kanye West or Justin Bieber. They make billions off of this. That is one
Yeah.
reason they got into this.
I think that comes from an American idea of when the original Constitution was written about like copyright. Because the original idea of copyright was that like artists would get the copyright for as long as they lived. Actually, not even as long as they lived, for 50 years.
Oh yeah.
Just so they can get the money off of it. Otherwise, like if it's an inventor, the competitor would always just take these design and make money off it because they didn't have to spend the money and effort to make the original design.
Yeah.
Right. So it comes from, I think it comes from that American ideal that we want to give artists money for what they do, which is, I mean, you could I'm gonna like back myself up here and say it's not inherently wrong, but also you can't say anything's inherently or not inherently wrong if you're talking about society because nothing's definite and we're all just influenced by societies we grow up in.
Mm-hmm.
So we believe that way because we grew up in America, right? Well, actually, no. Most of civilization that gives money to people to.
Well, I would also just say I feel like people should be able to do the things they enjoy
And
for jobs. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if as long as it's not hurting anybody else.
mhm.
like if somebody enjoys making music, if we can support them in that so that they can feed their families and feed themselves and stuff like that, and just
Yeah.
have at least a nice life, you know, then I feel like that's a good thing, you know.
Yeah.
That somebody can do the thing that they enjoy.
Yeah. So you're saying like maximize opportunities for people to do what they enjoy for a living?
What does?
Oh, what you're saying, the general idea.
Yeah, the
Okay.
general idea of paying artists, and also I just feel like if someone does hard work, they should be paid for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like I said, especially for like smaller artists. Like I mean, with me, why I just got so fumed up at this earlier when I was watching the documentary on it while I was working. It's just like with like when I make music later in my life, like it's just frustrating to know that there's so much corruption really all
Yeah.
around you. And like I know from like my father, when he makes music, he's like a smaller artist, so like they're taking money from him, and just like so it hits really close to home. It hits the artists I care about. It's just more rich people getting richer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how things usually work.
Yeah.
If you have influence, then you can use that influence to get more influence, and use that influence to get more influence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And these days, like, no matter where you look, it's like there's corruption there. There's corruption
That's
here.
one thing I'm interested about. Like, what's gonna happen? Because like you start with these industries that grow over time, right? Especially through the Industrial Revolution, and now they own a large percentage of the money, right? And with that money, they can get even more money, right? And a lot of the money that they're spending is not going back in the people, which is like, so let's just think about it as you got people, and then you got these companies, and the people consider the government too. So the companies are holding on to this money. The government, what are they gonna do? The government has two options to either pay for things. Try to tax the companies, which are not gonna.
But then there's ways to get around.
But then
that
they're not
sometimes.
gonna do that because the people in charge are gonna get money. Are gonna get paid money to not do so,
Yeah.
right? They're gonna tax people more, which they can't because people don't have the money to tax because they're paying to those industries, right? Or they're gonna print more money, which we know won't work, right?
Yeah, because that's just.
I'm not an economic person, but like I feel like that's the inevitability, right?
No, man. I feel like the true inevitability is. This is such a bleak way to look at it, honestly, because I'll admit I'm a very
It's
romantic person. I don't mean like in a love way. I mean like like the romantic period in writing, how like everything was romanticized. There'd be the hero and stuff.
Yeah.
I fall into a trap a lot where
I feel like
I
that'd be
always look at
neoclassics.
life a lot, like of that way, where I'm always trying to look at the
Optimistic.
positive. Yeah, it's optimistic. It's trying to look at it as there's
But,
a
like,
good,
I feel
and
like-
that
yeah,
good will
I
win.
think I know
That's
what you're
not
saying.
always
Optimistic to the point of naivety.
but yeah, but oh yeah, definitely. But I can admit sometimes that, like, I'll give a little story. This might be a little embarrassing, but when I was little, me and my brothers, we used to imagine this little world we had together, and we had like a little money system, and we had like paper dollars, and we could like trade those dollars for each other for like a pen or something you like. And something my brother once did is like he was hogging all the money. So like we'd pay him for stuff, but he wouldn't want to buy any of our stuff because he just didn't want anything. And eventually he just had all the money. And after that, we just never could play the game again, and we just never did.
Ah.
So sometimes that's how life is like. It's eventually
That's
it's
how economics
it's
work,
trying
yeah.
to fight it, and eventually it's just going to keep rising and rising until it falls eventually. One
I
day.
feel like the end of humanity is just.
Whether it's the end of humanity or it's just like a reset button.
I was about to say the end of humanity is destruction, but that's how things will just end. Destruction, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
one
feel
way
like
or
most
another.
things end in destruction.
They have to, by definition, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking that it's so fascinating that humanity's instinctual instincts, because we act on instincts, right?
Yeah.
Evolution or not, we act on instincts. And it's fascinating that our instincts naturally lead us to kill ourselves. Think
Yeah.
about that. We're like, if you, we're going to evolution route. If you don't believe, I don't know, you do you. But I don't care. Just do it yourself. But you can get the idea through the idea of instincts, right?
No, I mean I don't believe in evolution, but like I
You
totally
get the
understand
ideas
what
of
you're talking
instincts
about.
and stuff.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because like,
that's
let's say
real.
you're made with those instincts. Anyway.
Oh yeah,
So
definitely.
if you're trying under the idea of evolution, you're gonna be made with the same way, the best way you can, or it's gonna evolve. Like it's gonna create the best way for survival because the people who survive pass that gene on.
Yeah.
But the issue is we're expanding so fast towards the inevitability of death that we can't adapt. It's like our basically I'm saying the instincts to try to survive, our instincts to try to survive in the world have led us to die with everybody dying.
Wow.
Yeah.
By us killing ourselves.
Yeah, I mean,
But
yeah, if you think about it, like, well, there's always a perspective of like, people always say mental health has been getting worse in the recent years. Technically, there is a standpoint you could look at it as maybe just mental health has just started being
it's just
talked
people start
about.
caring.
Yeah, but also, I
Also,
feel
when
like
you're,
it does. Like I
this is-
say, stakes keep
Actually,
getting higher.
I think I have the idea for that. Remember that one salmonella thing where he said there was a lot less like Renaissance and stuff in the Inuit tribes up like up Antarctica or Greenland and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you can only start thinking about philosophy once you know that you're gonna get food.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you're gonna get food the
philosophy
next day.
after survivability.
So after
Oh, I know what you're saying.
after
though.
we can start caring, after we can start worrying about stop worrying about surviving, you start thinking about these more profound concepts.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wrap this up. If we go wrapping this up, did anybody want to say anything? I want to say something before we wrap it up. And maybe we can.
I
argue
could
about
talk
the
for
thing.
hours about all kinds of stuff. I already
We'll
have
have
something
you on a
else,
different
but yeah,
time.
you go.
Okay. One thing one thing you could try to do. I'm gonna back myself up in here in a second because I know everybody's gonna think like, oh no, just don't worry, I'll get to it. We hear all these issues about this is messed up, our society is gonna collapse, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what you do is it's like you have all these things you're holding, that you're worrying about, and you just gotta go like that,
Yeah, just drop them.
drop them. It doesn't mean you can't pick them up later.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't mean that you're not going to worry about them a different time. But for right now, just drop it.
I would say,
Just because you're dropping it right now doesn't mean you're never going to cover
yeah,
the issue.
I would say, no one is going to. Sorry, I have like allergies.
Oh, don't worry about it.
No one is going to solve all the world's problems. But I feel like something important to do is just try what you think is your best as long as you're not hurting anybody.
Well, I'm not... Yeah.
And what I'm saying is, I mean, try your best in a good way. I'm not saying go out there every day and burn yourself out and go hurt people and stuff like that. I'm saying be healthy to yourself, be the best that you help others when you can.
Mm-hmm.
Just it's also taking care of yourself, like I said, not burning yourself out, treat others with kindness, you know?
Yeah.
Being a well-built and well-kept altruist is probably the strongest that you can be in society right now.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, your idea is a lot more optimistic than mine, right?
Yeah, like I
Yours
said,
is
I'm a more romantic
be a
person.
good person. But my idea is the definition of morality. The definition of morality is not finite. There is no good or bad.
Yeah.
We can think about as humans, there's good and bad, but there's really no universal good and bad. The only thing that I could think about to care about is being happy,
Yeah.
right? And if you have all these issues and you know you got to work them out eventually, for a little bit, just stop thinking those issues are issues. Stop caring.
Well, I don't know. That's
Because I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say you need to care about these things.
well,
to be
no,
able
it's.
to
I'm
solve
not gonna
them,
say that.
right?
I'm gonna say that's really hard.
It
Because
is,
I know
right?
as someone who has
But
possible mental illnesses, it's very hard to just turn. Like I have possible OCD,
Mm-hmm.
and so
I have anxiety.
oh, I definitely have some anxiety disorder, but like I have possible, or at least as a symptom.
Yeah.
But I probably have OCD. And so that obsessing about thoughts is very, very hard to not do. Just recently, I've started to go, all right, for today, I want to try to not think about making YouTube videos for just one day.
Mhm.
And it's so hard. You
I'm
catch yourself
I
thinking
don't think
about
that's
it
an example
constantly.
of OCD.
It
That's
is, yeah.
that's how humans work.
So
Because whenever you think about not thinking about something, you think about it.
Well, no, it's not
It's
just
like the
that.
game.
But no, it's not just that. It's oh, the game. You lost the game, Harrison.
I lost the game. You
No.
lost the game.
Dang it. No, it's the.
You don't know what you do. Okay, do you
But
want
it's
to
to an extreme level.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, I can see what you mean. I don't like to think about, like, say I have mental illnesses, but then sometimes it feels like I'm being disrespectful to other people who do have it, because I don't understand other people's perspectives. You can only see yourself, right?
Yeah.
But I guess you got to get to a certain point where you draw the line. You're being like, okay, this is probably something.
Yeah.
But
It
like, I
varies
know
a
it's
lot.
like, people are worrying about, like, okay, I have to, because my mom stresses all the time about, because she always has stuff to do, like every minute of every day she's working.
Yeah.
But because she has to worry about her clients and stuff. But what I try to think about is like, I know you have stuff to do and you have to survive and you have to worry about all these things, but like the whole music industry thing, there's people who are getting scammed out of money. There's people, and I'm not saying that's not an issue that you should work out, and you have to care about it to work it out. But for an hour, 3 hours, just stop caring.
Definitely. No, I agree with that. Like
What?
that's something with my OCD. Like I will obsess about something, whether it's like my future job, and I have to think that I constantly have to go at it. But it's okay to either take a break. It's like people say, it's okay to not be okay. You take breaks, just let it, just trying to just stay in the moment and getting
Yeah, I
away
guess
from
so.
things from a little while. That's okay.
Mhm.
I would say that's okay.
But even considering, but the thing is, like, when you try to get away from stuff, you consider those things as things to get away from. I know it sounds
Yeah.
weird and roundabout, but
No, I
by
get what
trying
you're
to get
saying.
away from issues, you're recognizing them as issues.
But I would say you have to for them to
Get away
better.
from issues. Yeah, I guess so. Or you just relax. I guess it's like, it's either you have a folder and you select different files to delete, but you gotta recognize what's the file to delete,
Yeah.
or you just delete everything. And you don't think about what you have to
Well,
delete.
deleting everything is.
I'm not saying delete everything. I'm saying, like,
That
as a
sounds-
representation. You delete it and you put it back. It's a recycled thing. You'll restore it in a second, but for now you'll delete it.
Yeah, but some people don't even have that luxury. I would say that's a luxury. 'Cause some
Being
people-
able to delete
being
the
able
files.
to not care for a little while. Like I know.
If you have to work constantly, sure.
Yeah, like I know my mother.
but I'd
She has
say,
to take care of me and my older brothers.
But that's also-
older esque. But then she has to take care of my little sibling. She has to take care of her job.
that's how humans work. They always do something, right?
Yeah, but
Like,
she
even
doesn't
when my
have a
mom
break.
gets a single chance to take a break, she watches television, like an
Yeah.
hour or something, or 2 hours. That's not doing nothing.
Yeah. I don't feel like humans can do quote unquote nothing.
No, they can. It's difficult though. I mean, I think that's what, like, monks do and stuff.
Well,
Like the
even
Buddhist monks.
meditation.
Yeah, that's doing. No, that is.
I think
think-
that's. I feel like that's not. Yeah, that might be
like
qualified
the
as
def-
not doing
the
anything. That's just
idea-
kind of absorbing.
Well, no, it isn't. The idea of meditation is that whenever you get a thought, any thought, you just push it out, and the whole idea is that you focus on the idea of nothing.
But that in an action is doing something.
Shut up. That's just getting to the point of, like,
Yeah.
something like in middle
Dude,
school, where
yeah,
it's
like
it's
you could say-
technically tomorrow.
Yeah. guys, happy next. I'll see you guys next year. No.
Jeez. Oh, God.
But no, yeah, there is like that kind of thing of like.
I have just been sitting here this entire time
Oh, I'm sorry,
trying to
Tyler.
process all of this.
Yeah, sorry, we went on like an intellectual debate. Everyone has their
Oh.
different opinions.
Jesus
I'd
You can
say
have those
if I'm to
opinions.
recommend something, I'd say try to find 30 minutes to an hour to just let go of everything.
Yeah,
You
I
can
say
pick
that.
up, you can
Six.
pick up the stuff later. You can restore it from your recycling bin later, for just an hour. Maybe if you do on this podcast, I think that's how I want to start next time. Starting everybody to just release everything.
You could start with like a breathing.
It's like, just stop.
I like that. I like that.
Oh,
a lot.
also, if you guys are like, weird because you hear music in the background and trying to focus on our voice, stop. Be casual.
Just whip Nene for us, real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might
Come
be
on.
being a bit quiet, Harrison.
Am I?
I don't know. I was looking to the
Hey, yeah, you. Yeah, you.
Yeah,
Can
yeah,
you
yeah.
whip Nene? Oh!
They could definitely hear my.
That's a good whip Nene.
Okay, I think we should wrap it up. It's very nice night.
I guess so.
Yeah, Paper, do you want to
Also,
wrap it up?
he doesn't have that much time left.
Oh, when do you have to leave?
Oh, like 11, I think my mom's picking me up.
Oh, that's
But we have to walk.
Oh,
Yeah,
you gotta
back
walk
to your
back
house.
too.
Okay.
Yeah, does Paper want to wrap it up? Because he
No,
hasn't gotten
he has a
this
specific thing he always says. But
Oh,
did you want to say
do?
something about us before we wrap?
Yeah,
we
do you
got,
want to say something?
We
We
got
have a
like
few
5
minutes.
minutes, maybe.
Let's see what do I got.
How do you? What's your opinion
What
on
do you
this?
think about it? Do you
We
think you
want
should just...
we want interrupted. What's his opinion?
So basically,
on
the
that?
2 ideas are like you should try to be your best self by the definition of morality of humans, or you should, or I guess is that what you said? Or it's like try to and take time to relax, or you should for a few time drop caring about literally everything for a little bit, not forever. But
How do you deal with stuff?
so yeah,
Ty?
how
do
what do you,
I deal
or
with
how,
stuff?
what's your theoretical? Not everybody. Sometimes people have like ways that they deal with it, and they don't want to deal with it that way. What's your theoretical best way for you? What do you think is the best way?
If you
for
could do any way, what do you think would be the best way for you?
A lot of ways. So to like, I'm still trying to wrap.
Not
my
either
head.
or, just like how to deal with stress and issues.
How
Should
to
you
deal with
just
stress and issues?
should you drop them or should you like try to separate yourself from the relax?
Or is it
and
something
come back?
different?
Or something that yeah, no, I'm saying that's like the 2 different ideas you get from
Different
ideas.
ideas.
But I
So,
want your own thing.
Drop them or
No, not or, just
Oh.
make your own thing. But those are
What's
like
your own
those are ours.
We presented ours.
to deal with stress.
Or like stressful situations, like
Stressful
Earth
situations.
dying.
Paper's vibrating over there. I don't.
You're right.
Bloodshot.
And I'm being no joke. You're right.
Yeah.
And I have been very lucky in my life to not have been dealt with a lot of stress. When I do hit stress, I usually take stress naps.
That's a
And
way.
man,
I guess a way to
I
deal
used
with
to
stress
take
is to
them a
not.
lot during the school year at home. Like sometimes, like right after when classes are over, I'm just like,
It's a good way to decompress.
and I just take a nap, and they can go from 3 hours to 7. It's not necessarily the healthiest thing, I would say, if they go for that long, because at that point it's like 9 o'clock.
The issue.
I don't want to do anything at
You
9
must have your
o'clock.
sleep
The issue,
schedule.
the issue I have is that I get back, and then the second I get back and have the ability to start doing like I don't know work or think about things, I start hyperventilating.
Mhm.
So like I gotta start like thinking about the idea of not caring,
Yeah.
or just playing some music or something.
Yeah.
The other thing is whenever you stop not caring, you start
Mm.
thinking about the things you have to do.
Yeah.
Continue what you're saying. I just thought about it.
I have like 2 ways of dealing with a stressful situation depending on the situation. If the stressful situation is like more of like object like instead of like you're not with a person or something that's happening right now. Like say there's something due on Friday and it's a couple days away and it's a big project and you're stressing out because you don't have that done. What I like to do,
like the project.
well, yes.
No, I was talking about the one
What?
7th grade.
Oh, what was it?
We don't have time, I don't think, to talk about it.
We'll talk about it another day. Put a pin in it.
Man. Like I said, I don't deal with stress. What you just did, I fucking hate you for it.
I'm sorry.
I fucking hate you for it.
I'm sorry. I thought it'd be funny to bring up.
Oh no, it's funny. It really is. We'll talk about it next time.
I'm sorry, dude.
Some things you just can't deal with. Some things, it's just incapable. You're just incapable. Like, that thing happened, and you can't get away from it no matter what you do. There's a lot of difficulty to that. There's a lot of steps to that. It would take way too fucking long to go over all of this, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say this shortly. Depending on the situation, you should do what you think is best for you, as long as it's
Yeah.
not unhealthy via your standards, or, say, caring parent or guardian standards, or caring friend, family,
Yeah,
whatever.
we get your gist.
Yeah, don't hurt
Don't
yourself or
hurt
someone
yourself.
else, and that means mentally and physically.
Of course. Don't hurt yourself to try to benefit yourself. The only really logical way to do that is exercise, because that's hurts sometimes. But that's it. You hurt yourself in any other way, you're just hurting yourself. You're not helping yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I would say sometimes even that's for I want to be very careful when I say this, because even that's for mental stuff sometimes.
Mm.
Like when I was saying I was trying to break some of my habits
Of course.
with OCD,
Mm.
and it can be like mentally painful sometimes. It can be mentally taxing to like break those habits and try to decipher what's healthy and unhealthy, real and not real.
Yeah.
And so it can be mentally taxing. It's like a workout.
Mhm.
But there's a point where you can probably tell whether it's good helping or not, you know.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's very hard though, because like I won't say anything like trigger warning for people who have this, because I know that can be really harsh. But there's scary things people will do because they think that's healthy and they think that's the only way to help, you know.
This reminds me of a story, but I don't think we have enough time for it.
Is it about the thing that we had to cut out last time?
No. It is about my uncle, yes. He did have OCD.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Well, we can talk about it a different time.
No, this is fine. We're not going into that much detail. We're not going to go there. I'm just telling you about him.
Yeah, I know, but... Oh, wait,
I mean, guys, do you want me to stay till 11:30?
You could if you want.
If you feel
This
like
is
it.
going. This is going great.
Yeah, this is going wonderful.
But I also have another thing. We can just talk about this a different day. We don't have to be today.
That's fine.
I thought one interesting we can talk about is how to deal with like world issues, but we'll just talk about that ourselves.
Sorry, you go with yours.
Yeah, what
So,
you're
my
saying.
uncle, this is going to be pretty short. My uncle,
I don't feel like editing this, so watch your step, okay?
You're
Don't
gonna
go
have
into anything like trigger warning. Let's make sure.
well, yeah, of course. But
Just because I don't feel like editing it out last time.
I know, but I don't think I'm going to hit that
Okay, that's good though.
territory.
It's good though. It's good.
It's just a story that I was told by my mom.
Okay, that's
I think
fine.
I remember you telling me this story like
Different one. That's about other stuff. This is just him while he was like normal, you know. Is that he would do anything, like, well, not anything as in like anything. I mean, anything that he thought he had time for. This guy, I remember, his wife, my aunt. I remember she woke up one night pretty late, and my uncle was working on the damn roof. He was like retiling that shit in the middle of the night. It's like pitch black. It's like 1 a.m. It is. I don't know how he saw. I don't remember if she told me that he had a flashlight or like headgear or something.
Chad vision.
Chad vision. My uncle was a Chad. But I remember when she asked what the hell he was doing, he told her that he had to get it done now or else he would never get it done, stuff like that. And that really interested me.
What that's called is it's OCD. Well, one form of it is OCD rituals.
Mhm.
I have stuff like that. Before I go to bed every night, I have to go around my house and make sure every door is locked and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And you've been to my grandmother's house. We live in the middle of nowhere. Nothing is gonna happen. But like I have to. I can't go to sleep unless I go around and do that route. Even if my grandmother's like, "Hey, I locked up everything." I have to do it.
I respect that.
It's just like it's like an OCD thing.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Mental disorders, diseases, illnesses,
Yeah.
all of this.
Yeah.
Funky mental juice, am I right?
Yeah.
Life is weird.
It is odd how
People
like
are weird.
and all these things that we're talking about right now,
Mhm.
even the idea of not caring or caring or just literally everything we talked about, I'm saying including those things, is all under the perspective of humanity, right?
Uh-huh.
If we weren't human, we wouldn't have these perspectives. Humans wouldn't have issues if
Mhm.
humans didn't exist, I guess.
I mean,
Like my definition. But
Yeah,
like
but-
you gotta think about that abstracted from, because of course we live every day in our minds, in our subconscious minds, acting as we normally will, without thinking about our consciousness or our actions and stuff.
mhm.
But you really gotta think about, this is very odd.
Mhm.
That
Oh,
we,
it is.
that humans can exist and have issues, which issues themselves are things that make them unhappy, which unhappiness is a subconscious thing that we have or at least how I see it, subconscious thing that we have to make us act in specific ways in survival situations.
Yeah. I mean, with the way when you said how if humans didn't exist, we wouldn't have problems.
By definition, I guess so.
Yeah, but like, I also feel like the problems are worth it in the end.
But that's because we have a human instinct to want to survive.
Well, no, it's not only that. It's I know, like the other day I was having a really rough day, and then like I went out into the living room, and like my little sister runs up to me with her like little gremlin walk, and like grabs my hand, and she's like, "Come on, Chrissy, we go restaurant," and like she pulls me over and she goes, "Sit," and I sit down, and she gives me like toy food and stuff, and just like. It just that little moment made me so happy.
Did my comment
It's like-
about Yeti Jesus not make you happy?
Yeah, that's why I was sad.
Okay.
Just like those little moments make it worth it.
I guess so, but we only long for happy things because we long for them, right? If an example, if we never longed for them, we would never, of course, want them. Happy things aren't happy by themselves. They're happy because we call them happy.
Yeah,
Because we have
but
a
what's
feeling
the
for it.
difference? I feel like life is perspective.
It's like,
A
you're
lot
like
of it
we,
is.
we're already in this situation, so why talk about the idea?
No, we could
of
definitely
having it?
talk about it. That's one of the...
We're not talking about it. Like, why worry
talking
about
about
the
it's one of the
idea
most
of
beautiful
not...
things. I feel like talking about it and worrying to a healthy extent is one of the most beautiful things about the human experience, is how people have different ideas, how people can
guess so,
talk
yeah.
about it, how people can say, like, this is really weird.
This is a little quirky.
Yeah.
This is a little questionable.
Yeah. Lasagna. How big did it spike? Where is it? Lasagna.
Jesus Christ,
I'm
that's
so
loud.
sorry.
That is gonna be so.
Am I
Future
gonna-
Harrison, I'm so sorry for
Am I
you
gonna
listening
edit
to
that out, or am I gonna leave that in?
Leave it.
Okay, fine.
Oh my lord.
Keep going what you're talking
Is this
about.
gonna be another one that we're not gonna post because of how stuffed it is?
Oh my
No,
God.
I want this one.
Alright,
Yeah.
we can do this one.
I like this one a lot.
I think you could keep the first one.
First one?
Yeah.
You could get.
I'm gonna
You just
edit
have
out.
to edit
I'm
it.
gonna edit out the fake tears, and then. besides
Yeah,
that,
but I
it's
think you do have to edit these. You can't just like put them on. You're
Yeah.
gonna have to edit.
Well, no, I was editing a little bit on the other one.
If only we had
But
like a
yeah,
more
I was saying,
dynamic
like-
audio file.
OCD. This is one thought that came to me because I was watching Bo Burnham's special.
Bo Burnham's inside.
Bo Burnham's special. Oh, everybody should watch it. No, no. I just like it made me think of it like with OCD, how like I constantly like how you said with like he got up at the middle of the night to fix the roof.
Mhm.
I will have those kind of things with like editing videos.
You fixed a roof before?
Oh yeah, no, Harrison, I can't lift a hammer. Actually, I'll tell you about how bad I am at using a hammer someday. But anyways, it's embarrassing. It took me 12 hours to get one now. Anyways,
Oh.
yeah, it's real sad. It's really sad.
The depressing story of the ages.
Yeah, but just like I will be up for hours, and just worrying about like a tiny mistake I made in a video, and it's like the minutia.
You have
of
videos
stuff.
already?
I have some.
I don't see any.
Oh, I'll send you it. But
Is it like on YouTube already?
yeah, it's only like 2 videos.
That hurts.
Why?
You
Why?
didn't even tell me.
I told you.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
You never did. You never said I'm starting it. I already started my YouTube channel. I'll send you the link. To
And
the
I would,
YouTube-
and I told you I was streaming. I'm streaming most
No, you
likely
said
tomorrow.
you're going to start streaming eventually. I thought you were gonna tell me when you start doing that.
Oh, I'll share it with you then.
Okay, whenever you start, send a message to me.
All right, I will. I think I might be streaming tomorrow. If not tomorrow, definitely either Thursday or Friday. Definitely Thursday.
You never tell me this.
I'm
Did
sorry.
you know he already had YouTube videos?
No, I didn't tell Tyler. I don't think. I
Oh,
forgot.
no,
You
you
never
told
told
me
me
fucking
either.
nothing.
Dude, this was literally a week ago. This was a week ago. Okay.
I'm out.
I'm sorry.
I'm done with you.
Monkey, you're much more
Beep
involved in
beep.
this
Show
than
is
I am.
canceled. Because we can't say the name of the show. So beep beep. Show is canceled.
Beep beep show.
Oh wait. Yeah. Okay. That was.
Yeah, I don't think they picked that up, which is good. They can't know yet. Oh, I did film a lore thing. I'll tell you about that later.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
Nift.
sorry, I didn't know.
Nifty. You don't.
Anyways,
anything.
so like I will say like with like, if you haven't watched the special, I suggest it. But like
I saw a song.
Oprah and Vince?
yeah,
I saw. How big is the special? I'm assuming like specials long. Yeah.
yeah, it's like an hour and a half maybe.
I remember
2
I
hours.
saw a song that's in Cabbage's like Discord quotes.
Yeah,
Like the I forget now.
apathy's a tragedy.
Yeah, apathy is tragedy.
Yeah, that's welcome to the internet.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Oh, I was
Pretty
joking.
good.
I was
Oh,
joking
dude,
about
it's
that
so
one.
I know. I had no idea.
Didn't I
where
joke
that
about
came
that
from.
line?
Yeah,
Apathy's
yeah,
a
I remember.
tragedy. No, but like I
Little bit of everything
all of the time. Which yeah, like I. It's very hard when like how do I put this? I want personally with my job for people that don't know, I want to be a just content producer all around. Sorry,
For a second,
whether
I
it's
thought you were gonna say influencer. I was gonna die inside.
I want to be an Instagram influencer.
That's
I'm
such
going to wear my booty shorts.
My grandpa-
And I will strut around town in my Yeezys. And
That-
I won't care.
I
My
don't want to see that.
Me neither. I don't want to see that,
I
man.
frankly do not want
Tyler,
to see
I don't like wearing shorts. Okay.
Oh, I hate wearing shirts. Too.
I'm not gonna wear
My
booty
grandpa-
shorts. I know I do it eventually, but
that.
My grandpa's an influencer
What?
because he influences me
Oh.
to be the person I am.
I thought you meant as in like internet.
he's got a
Exactly.
million like
Exactly.
subscribers.
So that's why I don't like the word.
Yeah.
No, but like I just a content producer, whether it be YouTube videos, whether it be streaming, whether it be music, whether it be podcasts, directing real movies one day. Real.
Real.
Yeah. But like
Amazon Prime original.
oh yeah. No, like I just but like with my problems I'm a very creative person. You guys know me.
Mhm.
And so like I just
No, I know you not creative. At
Who
all.
are you?
Yep. Blank
Who
slate
are
all of
you?
the time. Literally
I'm
nothing
so
going on in that
sorry.
head of yours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing.
There's nothing. It's just a little raccoon on like a treadmill.
That would be pretty imaginative though.
That's my entire brain.
Maybe
Oh, well,
that's
that
how
makes
we're.
sense.
Maybe that's how we run our bodies.
A little,
We
a little
eat
animal.
food so the raccoon can eat the food.
Makes more sense to me than that dumb digestive system my teacher tried to teach me about. I know you and I am.
Even though the raccoon would have a digestive system, or does it just go forever? The raccoon eats
Yeah,
food
he
about
has
itself.
he's got a raccoon inside him too.
Now we may
Wait,
all be
my
different,
God.
but just know that we all got a raccoon.
Wait, one second.
somewhere.
We all got a little
Wait,
bit of that
wait, I just
raccoon
made a
inside of
revelation.
us.
This might be idiotic. Just wait 1 second, okay?
That's every thought I've ever had.
Okay, just wait.
Hold up,
Wait,
this
you
might
have
be idiotic.
I have a revelation. Hold on. This might
Okay,
be idiotic.
so you eat a. So imagine like you don't understand how digestive systems work yet, right?
Uh-huh.
You eat food and a raccoon runs a turbine which powers you, but that raccoon doesn't have digestive. It has another raccoon, and so on and so forth, and it goes to infinity, right? So you have microscopic
Maybe-
raccoons.
No, you
Wait
know
1
what?
second. Wait 1 second. so you have microscopic raccoons, but instead of that imagine rather than a bunch like that raccoon powering a slightly bigger raccoon, imagine just millions of very small raccoons, right? And each of those eat food to run the entire body.
Are you comparing?
That's
raccoons
exactly
to
what
blood
cells are.
Yeah, I was about to go.
No, but how about this? Wait, what about this?
Like sneeze.
What if-
Wowzers?
What if the food goes into the treadmill battery? So, because of course the treadmill will have a digestive system. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, Harrison, we're gonna get copyright for that.
I don't think the thing can even pick that up.
Good. But no, I just like, what if it goes into the digestive tract of the machine and the raccoon's just kind of there for the ride?
Mm.
He has nothing to do with it. He's just kind of there because it'll run with or without him. He's just kind of there enjoying life, you know. You know, this is why you should buy my influencer pack.
No,
No.
not that shit. No, we
No.
ain't doing.
If I ever
that
do
at
that,
all.
kill me,
I
alright?
am going to punch you.
Yeah, if I ever do that, kill me, okay?
Oh yeah, don't
It's
worry.
like that, but watch, it'll be like that Aaron Hansen quote, that Aaron Hansen tweet he has, where he's like, if I ever start a gaming channel, shoot me. Game Grumps. Literally, he had an early tweet of that, and then he started Game Grumps like 4 years later.
Oh my lord.
But,
I'm assuming he was joking.
yeah, he was being like sarcastic, because he
Yeah.
was like, gaming channels are stupid, and they did it. But, but, no, what I was saying with like, I'm a very creative person. Whether it's good or not is subjective. I don't think I am. But like, I have to have that creative outlet. So I couldn't imagine doing any other job but creativeness. But then it's very.
Sorry, the lo-fi right now reminds me of some, like, one of those Rick and Morty, like, one of their high-pitched voices when they're doing the rap and that one.
Oh yeah.
Alright,
Whoa! Whoa, Papers!
Did you-
Save some moves for the
also,
rest of
no,
us.
Did you hear, Paper and I are gonna make, baby Rick and Morty? Rick and
Oh, I
Morty,
did.
a
I
little
did get
crazy.
to that. I was hoping you would mention Total Dramarama, and you did.
I mentioned it before we actually recorded the damn thing, but Harrison
I-
didn't know about it.
I was
so
literally
didn't bring
going
it
to
up.
tell you guys. I was literally going to show up today and say, guys, you missed Total Dramarama, and then you said, it. I was like, yes, he
Yeah.
got it.
I was like half considering if I was gonna say it or not because Harrison didn't know what
I
it
would
was
like
when we
you-
were
yeah.
talking about
I would
it.
like you to get to the end of it, though.
Dude, I will. Yeah,
The video,
I
so they
definitely
can get to the
we
the,
talked
was
about
just-
something
the
that
midnight
you already
crisis
knew
part.
about.
will. Oh yeah. I
the shapes.
Shapes. No, that's not.
The colors, Mason. What do they mean?
No, we're gonna go in shapes, and we're gonna get canceled by Twitter.com.
Remember how we beat Logan Paul?
Oh,
Oh, an apology to video. But no, just like, oh my gosh, now I'm going on a tangent. I don't even know where I was going.
Did you want me to jump in or no? I can go on a different tangent unless you want to keep going.
Man, this is like a railroad track that just failed at double track.
Remember
drifting.
on our first
Yeah.
episode, we just kept like we tried to go for this one note multiple
Yeah.
times, and we just kept veering off.
We just kept.
We were like
it was like
we were like a car that
was
kept
like a-
hanging left.
it was like a car, but the dude behind the wheel just kept constantly falling asleep and drifting to the right. And as soon as he was
I
about
mean, they
to
were
crash,
still fun.
he just
They were
turned
still
back.
fun conversations.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. It's this thing of like I couldn't imagine any other job but doing something creative, but doing something creative in our current society, I guess, is like so dangerous.
I disagree.
I'm sorry, just the way you said it.
You
No, I
must.
mean from a standpoint of like
I mean, like you might be able to feed yourself and stuff.
no,
but-
I don't mean that. I mean
Ah.
like I mean from a standpoint of mental health.
Oh,
Like you look at so many
in America,
artists, they
No,
all have
I can-
so many problems.
I'm gonna jump in on this. I think it's because of America. So I was talking to my art history teacher. What?
I said it usually is.
But like, I was talking to my art history teacher, and he said when he took a trip to France, he figured out that it's illegal there to work more than 9 months. You can't work for 3 months of the year. You physically cannot. And they were gonna actually drop the number of days, and people were complaining about it. The Congress. It's illegal to work a full year in France.
Huh.
And it's actually going good for them because what they're doing is when people are not working now. Now jobs are at a higher demand.
But that's
Because-
always hard because think about it.
I
In
know what you're
something
gonna
like
say.
YouTube, it's hard to document what are your work days, which is something dangerous with YouTube too. Is there's a very
I don't think
hard.
it counts
It's very
for-
hard sometimes to separate
I don't
work
think
and
it-
real life.
I don't think it counts for people like that in YouTube and stuff. I don't think they
which is
recognize it
which
yet.
is what I'm talking about is the
But like,
creative field.
but I'm just gonna get into that in a second. But basically, so it's working out for them because whenever people don't work, the price for jobs go up, the demand goes up, meaning that people are paid more, so they get to work less.
Wow.
It's working. It's going pretty good for them. But sorry, where was I? Oh, but basically, in America, our idea is like work all the time, right? Work 24/7,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a specific American idea. America.
Very much.
Work.
And I think that
People see a lot of success labeled as, at least in America, as working constantly.
well, that's the American dream. You work really hard, you get somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like working hard only goes so far.
Mm.
You can only work hard up until the point where you're doing your best. And you can't work extra hard to do even more. You're at you're at your maximum, and the only thing that can bring you more is just luck.
And I feel like once you do that work, it's fair to give yourself time to reap the fruits that you sowed. You know?
Yeah. No, I see what you're getting. I just think it's how it's related. But yeah.
But no, I was saying like, in America, we're just seen as constant work, and not taking a break to see what you have done, not admire how far you've come, kind of thing. You know. But I was saying with a job, I don't really have a clear point with this. I was just thinking about it today, and this reminded me of it. With like, it's honestly scary, because people are still figuring it out for a lot of creative jobs, like where to draw the line, what does success truly mean. It's like, yeah. It's very often very hard with mental health.
Yeah.
I mean, look at, like I said, Bo Burnham with what he's struggling with. Look at people like, I don't want to compare myself because I obviously have not been diagnosed. So like, I don't, and like you were saying, Harrison, everybody has different experiences, so I don't want to compare myself.
Yeah.
But look at people like Robin Williams. You know?
Bring him up. That always makes me sad.
Yeah, that always makes me sad.
Why do you have to bring him up?
I'm sorry.
It's like a version of the game, but when you remember, you don't laugh. You just cry.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know about the game yet?
No.
Are you done with your conversation? Or
Yeah, I'm done. I didn't have a clear point.
I would like
I
to
just wanted
talk
bring it
to
up.
Chris about the game, or Tyler about the game. I'm sorry. Oops, messed up. I keep messing up.
My audio spiked for that. Yes.
But like the only people listening to
a
this,
tiny bit, man.
the only people listening to this, if any, are our friends, right? So also, I'd implore you guys to play. The idea of the game is that you win the game if you don't think about it.
Yep.
So the second you think about the game, you lose.
I'm going to remember this for like years.
Oh,
what we do is I told Chris about it, and when I waited a week and he forgot, and I text Chris. I said, "Oops, Chris, I lost the game."
And which makes me think of the game. And so one time I was like, I set a reminder for myself 4 days later, and I was like, call Harrison and ruin his day. And literally I called him on Discord, and I was like, hey bud, how's your day going? And he goes, good, I guess. And I was like, oh really? Well, you just lost the game. And he goes, I hate you, and hangs up. And I was like, yeah. Feels good. Feels good to be the king.
Oh, I'm going to have so much
But the issue,
Oh,
but
it's
the
so
issue
mean.
is you kind of do like a suicide bomb thing
Yeah.
because whenever you think about the game, whenever you say like I lost the game, you have to write that text and thus think about it.
Yeah.
It's like kamikaze.
Yeah.
It's like a comic.
So my sister did this to her friends once.
Uh-huh.
She said in the chat she said, "Oops, guys, I lost the game," and everybody just went, "Why?"
I love that so much.
I would love people to start doing that. I want you to start doing that
I
too.
am going to start doing that.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's so much fun when you get.
Oh no. You're kidding me? That look in your eye, it looks like you're getting me back for things in like 6th grade, dude. Oh no.
You're doing your
Evil laugh.
what's his face? Why did I forget his
Gumball.
no, wait 1 second. I need to figure out his name so I can.
Mark Zuckerberg?
Yes.
The
Mark
way
Zuckerberg.
I really hope it picked that up.
Yeah.
Me just going quietly, Mark Zuckerberg?
So
Why
I
did
thought
you have to whisper to me the fact? Were
I
you
forgot
scared of
his-
summoning him?
No, I wanted to surprise Tyler.
Oh,
with me
you were
saying-
scared of summoning him. If you say his name 3 times, he appears. You know.
You have to.
And it gives you the
You
bad
have to
zuck.
turn on.
Oh no!
What did you say?
It gives you the bad zuck.
I don't feel safe anymore.
Wait. So you have to like get in a
Oh, that
dark
guitar
box. You have to crawl up in a dark Amazon box and say his name 3 times, and then you appear in the as an object in the Amazon.
Hi, welcome to Facebook. No,
Oh,
that's
wait.
Jeff Bezos. Who
I'm an
owns,
idiot.
Oh
Moving
my
on.
gosh, have you seen the Jeff Bezos song? I'll send you that. It's one of my favorites from the Bo Burnham special.
What?
He has a song called Bezos. He has 3 actually. It's Bezos 1, Bezos 2, and Bezos 3. Bezos 1 is the best. But it's just
Those
amazing.
sound-
It's like,
those-
come on, oh no, come on, Jeff, you can do it. Pave the way, put your back into it.
But no, that
Drink
sounds
their
like
blood.
that sounds like basic like phone ringtones that you'd have.
It does.
Bezos
It actually
1,
does.
Bezos 2, Bezos.
Oh my gosh, it's like one of those like one of those things where like someone's like a romantic movie trope where they're leaving you like the messages and there's like a ton of like the voice
Like a
messages,
letter or like a...
the voice messages of someone, and then it's just like Bezos won. Should we make a romance game? Because there's this Colonel Sanders romance game. Should we make a romance
I feel
game
like that's
about
already...
Jeff Bezos?
I feel like that's done a lot.
No, like you can choose which billionaire do you want to go after.
That's already
Mark
a thing.
Zuckerberg,
That's
Jeff
definitely
Bezos.
already-
Look at Chris, look at me. That's already a thing.
Yeah, somebody out there.
Made
Oh,
that.
so this is one of my favorite things I like to do when I'm bored. There's so many people on Earth right now, and in the past, and just that there's so many people that you could say anything, and there's at least a slightly probable chance that it's happened.
Well,
To an extent.
Say a word, like say
Yeah.
a set of words.
And so I'll say like this. I'll say somebody, because there's so many people and there's such a large number. Somebody has been attracted to Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes.
Somebody is attracted.
Did you know there's
Well, yeah,
this...
people are attracted to lizards, so I mean.
Oh, poor Mike. Poor Mike. It's okay, buddy.
I was leaning back here and it still picked it up, man. My
Um,
voice is gonna sound terrible on this anyways, because
Yeah.
of my cold
Nah, sure happens.
or my
but
sinus, whatever.
there's this one
I killed
website
it.
that created 5 pages of just random words, in random orders and random punctuation and stuff.
Oh, I remember you told me about this.
Yes, and it chronologises everything anybody has ever said, anything anybody will ever say.
And so you're looking at something brand new.
Well, it's like everything's already there. Like, it's a big library. Basically, there's one part that so happens to create one of Shakespeare's... You told me about the infinite monkey theorem.
Oh, the infinite monkey theorem. Do you know about this?
Yes.
I love the infinite monkey
It's
theorem.
basically
One
that
thing that I
idea.
actually know about in this conversation.
Yeah. Do you want to explain the infinite monkey theorem?
No.
Do you want
Basically,
to?
yeah, I
I'd probably
can.
be very
So
bad at it.
basically, you know, you got an average old monkey, right? You put him on a typewriter, pay him 5 bananas an hour.
Oh, right. Am I right?
Whoa.
Oh boy.
But
This is why we need a visual aspect of this. Thanks, Dad.
but you put a monkey up to a typewriter for an infinite amount of time, and it's bound to type everything, ever, because if it just hits random things, it's bound to type the entire Shakespeare's works, anything that everybody will say or ever said, in portions.
Sorry, I'm making faces at paper. I'm making the TikTok boy face. Oh no, he's so tall. Oh, I told this to Monkey earlier. I was like, Monkey, I'm like at least a little bit calm around you. The second I see paper, I'm just like, your height is an illusion. Fight me. I turn into a short friend.
We're going very long on this.
Oh, yeah, this is like-
we
Oh
either,
my
we either
gosh,
have to go to
yeah.
more interesting concept or wrap it up.
I think
Should we wrap it up?
we've been talking for a while. We usually want
Yeah,
to go for
this
like
is gonna
an
be
hour to
a
an hour and
wonderful masterpiece to edit.
Yeah. No. Please. No.
half. Have fun with that, monkey.
Yeah.
Anything to talk about before you leave?
Well, our guest, Paper, do you want to plug what you're part of?
What?
You're the guest.
Huh?
Do you want to
Yeah.
plug what you like? You have 30 seconds to plug what you want to do, like
Oh,
the Anthony Padilla style.
Did you want to
Oh, okay.
plug your
Oh.
your stuff or no?
Why? This is my stuff. Get off my podcast, both of you. Out.
Hey, I didn't do nothing wrong to you, Mister.
He's going through some papers right now. Sorry.
Hold on.
Oh, that's a little. Oh my gosh.
He rips his skin off. Yeah.
Oh my. Ow. My. Doesn't that hurt?
He really dedicates to knowing
Oh my
stuff.
gosh.
He really dedicates to having things written down.
What?
Do you go by Schwinkle?
Do you go by
Squeak,
PP
squeak.
Master 7? Is that you?
Squeak, squeak, Squeakerton.
Yeah, it's me.
Do you know that?
That's what the ladies
Do
call
you
me.
remember what that? You don't remember? You don't remember?
Ladies do not call you.
Do you?
Yeah.
Mixed
Yeah, you
Squeakerton.
bet they do.
You don't remember
I hate it here, man.
what those
remember.
are from?
What,
What,
Squeaky?
the squeak, squeak, squeak.
Yeah, of course I remember
You
what
do.
it's
I don't
from.
know if he's from.
I literally drew Kronkby. What are you talking about?
Kronk says that.
He does? I've only watched that movie
He's never
once,
watched
dude.
the second one. He's never watched.
No, he says in the first one.
I've
He's
never
talking
watched.
to the squirrel.
I've only watched that
Squeak,
movie
squeak,
once.
Squeaker did.
Oh yeah, I do remember that, but I've only watched it once. Remember? I've only watched it once with you guys.
Disappoint me.
I'm sorry, Dad.
All
I am
right.
not your father.
Let's end this with some relaxation because right now we just really amped it up because we
Oh,
wasted
yeah.
too much energy. So
Sorry, that's my fault.
let go of everything. Sit back. Or actually, you don't sit. You don't have to. It's nice to sit back.
Anyways.
Ah.
Sorry to do a little.
Thank you everyone for joining us in Midnight Crisis. I hope you had a midlife crisis.
On paper.
I'm Monkey.
And I'm your mum.
We hope you had a wonderful time.